Save that battery. heavy.
Is on silent?
It's on vibrate.
You can use that mic if you need to.
Michael, is on silent?
It's on vibrate.
Okay.
Everybody's ready?
Okay. So good afternoon. Thank you all for coming out. It's been a long 72 hours for us, and thank you all for the 72 hours that you invested into coming out and talking to us and following the situation with the leak. So you can imagine, I guess it was early Friday morning, about 6 o'clock, I get a phone call from Philip that's standing here next to me and saying, well, we've got a significant break at Western, that's impacting our Western filter plant. And so we go on and we talk about it, and he said, well, you know, we've got a couple of tanks that have lost water in that particular area. And when that happens, we know that we've got a serious break. But fortunately, we knew quickly where the break was. Our team responded, and we were able to get there and start repairing that leak really quickly, and it was about 150 yards or so from the entrance to our Western filter plant. And as we repaired that, we anticipated that we'd probably be finished and our customers have water service Friday night, late Friday night. And lo and behold, I get another message at about 2:30 in the morning from this gentleman right here. And that we're 24/7 operation. Derek Murphy tells me, well, you know what? We've got a valve issue. And that valve issue has caused us to delay when we might be able to get water back in service for our customers. So we immediately began repairing, and thank God that we've got staff and some of the contractors that we use that are really skilled at doing this kind of maintenance. And so we started that repair, and it took us probably until Saturday afternoon to finish that to where we could start restoring water service. And we started restoring water service late Friday or early Friday, and went on into Saturday night and into Sunday morning. And I'll think some of our partners here a little later, but the key here, and we all know this was a Mother's Day weekend. And so fortunately we were able to get water to start handing that out to our customers, residents in that area, to help the community. That started in the afternoon. Now, one of the things that's important here is that when you have a break this size and the system loses pressure, it's important that you issue a boiled water alert, which is what we did. It's a precautionary measure. We have really good water here, but we want to make sure we follow regulations and we inform our customers, our citizens, about whether or not the water is safe to drink. So we issued a boiled water notice. Now, that boiled water notice is still in effect, and it will be in effect for the next 24 to 36 hours. And we ask that customers, again, if you are impacted by the break, that you boil your water for about 3 minutes, and then you can consume it. The water that's at their house now, they can take a bath in it, things like that, but you should not consume that water. Fortunately, we were able to give some bottled water out to those that came by. So if you want to know a little bit more about what we're doing, we're asking our customers, you can go to our website, and we've tried to keep our customers informed at that website. You can go to www.bwwb.org. Now, when this all started, I mean, Birmingham Water Works is not doing all of this. We're doing a substantial piece of it, but fortunately, we were able to partner with Walmart. We were in their Walmart parking lot and to distribute water. We wanted to make sure that we we were reaching our entire service area. So West Jefferson Baptist Church was one of our distribution sites and remains there today. And we're also at fire station number 18 at Dugan Avenue. And those are key spots for us in order to, for us to be able to deliver water, hand out water. So I mentioned that it's taking a lot of help from our community and those that we work with. And so we've distributed over 10,000 cases of water to our customers. And as they've come in to get that, I've been out there every day, and they've been really happy that we were able to give them bottled water, and in some cases gallon water that they could use at their houses. And as we asked them questions, they were really thankful that we were there, and we've asked them for their patience as we continue to work through the issue here. So Walmart, Buffalo Rock, Coca-Cola, for us to get water from them at a phone call was really big for us. The city of Birmingham for helping us deliver. They were even there to leave a truck on Saturday so that we could use it for storage. And again, we're continuing to test as customers as we've recharged the system. We're continuing to test and based on regulations so that we can see what those results are. And we'll continue to test until we get to the point where we can release that, or at least lift the boil water notice. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm hoping that we can do that within the next 24 to 36 hours. But we will continue to distribute bottled water until we can lift the boil water alert. And again, this happened over a Mother's Day weekend. I mean, that's kind of the our mamas, we want to congratulate and thank our mamas, grandmamas, those that have been caregivers for us. So in an incident like this, we're fortunate that we were able to make the best of what was a tough situation. And on behalf of our board of directors, I want to say to our customers, thank you for your patience during this time. That's Representative Gwendolyn Gavan's area. She was out there on a Saturday, just helping and supporting what we were doing. Jefferson County Sheriff's Department, they were really instrumental in traffic control, because that location, for all of you all that were out there, you have to be, with the number of citizens that came through, traffic could have easily backed up on Highway 78, but they were able to help us with traffic flow, although there was a small amount of backup. The fire chiefs throughout the area, they had plans in place. We worked directly with them and informed them when there may be a water outage, but you could tell that they were on top of it and had plans in place themselves to be able to help us. And last but certainly not least, our employees. We have employees that deal with leaks on a day-to-day basis. And we have 4,000 miles of pipe, older pipe. You all know we're an older city, and we're going to have leaks. They're really experienced at doing this, but when you have one like this one that impacts a significant flow of water from your second largest plant and is delivering water to probably your second largest customer base, then you've got an issue. And we're fortunate that we were able to move through, make the repair, restore service. All of our customers have water right now. Again, we're still under the boil water alert, but they have water. And if they have questions regarding the quality of the water or any other questions, they can call 205-244-4000. If for any reason that they have a question about water quality or just any other question, and we've got posted the boil water alert, that's on our website. We also have helpful hints about boiling water and so forth that are there. So with that, I'm going to open it up for questions.
You said everybody has the water back on now. Is the pressure where it needs to be in everybody's home?
At this point, yes. Just to that point, a key indicator of that is that the two water tanks that lost water, those are at higher elevations, and when that happens, that's a good sign that we've got good water pressure. But if there's someone who doesn't, they can call 205-244-4000, and we'll send someone out.
You mentioned about the pipes being older. This particular area where this happened, how old are those pipes?
Well, this plant was built in 1962, and you can kind of do the math. That's an old pipe, but that's not unusual for certain water systems. But we have over 4,000 miles of pipe. Sometimes they break. And this particular pipe was cast iron, and with cast iron pipe, sometimes when it cracks, or it can do like your windshield, and it can kind of shatter. And so that was the case with this one.
Do you all know, I know you mentioned it was being investigated Friday, do you know what might have caused it?
Well, pipes break, and it just as I will say this: when you have rain events, and you all know there was a rain event that day. Sometimes the earth may shift a little bit, or cold weather. But so that's why it's important that in a leak like this, it takes a while, but we have to make sure we repair it and seat the pipe in a way that reduces shifting, because there is natural shift that happens in the ground.
Do you have any idea how many businesses were impacted?
Not at this point, but if there is a business that has if there's some water quality issues, so they can call the 205-244-4000.
Anything else you want to add?
Not at this point.
Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
is this window drain with the women's restroom? I just left the site. I live in Florida.
Okay.
Two things. I just came by there. They packed up and left yesterday. I went to get some water. There was no water. There was no water. Excuse me. But everything was gone. I came here. I got to call this press conference. I went by there. All the backhoes and everything was back. And I said, what are y'all doing? They say the screws are loose. Did you know that? Did your staff tell you that the screws are loose over there, sir?
Yeah, so just on the particular water issue, Mr. Matthews, and so I do realize when you came through yesterday, unfortunately, like I said, we've issued 10,000.
Because y'all weren't taking nobody getting the ID. You said you could get the water by showing ID. I went for water this morning.
Yeah.
And got some. Nobody asked my ID.
If you could let me finish, Mr. Matthews.
I'm through.
Yeah,
Those questions.
thank you,
I'm
and thank you,
out here.
and thank you
Don't
for the
play with
question.
me about the water.
Yeah.
I ain't been over here in a long time,
Yeah.
but I'm back.
Yeah, and you came in, and just so you all know, when Mr. Matthews came in yesterday,
There was no water.
yeah,
And I went to the other site, there was no water.
yeah,
And he said he only ordered 5,000. He didn't say 10. Thank you, sir.
yeah, and so, yeah. So just so, from a logistics standpoint, just so you'll know, with water, he did come by yesterday, and we briefly ran out of water. We had two trailers, or a trailer with 2 pallets that came immediately after he. In fact, who's Fox 6? Who's at Fox 6? When you all, well, you weren't the ones out there, but those guys, the other representatives, actually filmed us delivering water, or the water being delivered, and so they mentioned that he'd come by, and I didn't talk to him there, but it was a very brief time, and really when you look at it, because we had such a huge number, we were always making sure, or trying to make sure that we didn't run out, but we did for probably, I would say 15 minutes, that we were out of water there. And we did have some that came by, and we would mention, very few though, and they were able to really circle the parking lot and come back, and the water was in place.
Is there any work still going on out there? As you mentioned, is there anybody out there still working?
Yeah, there's a small amount of work that's going on.
Michael, update them about tomorrow's distribution.
Yeah, okay, so thank you, Rick. And so we didn't have a plan for distribution tomorrow, and so we were making sure that we could plan properly for it. We are distributing water tomorrow, and as right now the plan is to start at 8 o'clock, and we'll continue to distribute water until the boiled water alert is lifted. And we're not quite sure when that will be tomorrow. I mentioned 24 to 36 hours from now that we would lift the boiled water alert. So we'll just have to see how that works out.
But just to clear up, if you want to take a bath in the water, you don't have to boil that.
You do not. You can take a bath in the water. Well, that would be something that the superintendent would handle, but we did take water to some of the schools today after we learned that you know, they were advising students to bring water. And we know, we have our students, sometimes they're not, you know, we wanted to assist as much as we could there. So, one of the things that we are looking at doing is consolidating, since that Walmart site is the one that it's really a good base for delivery or for issuing or handling out bottled water. We'll probably consolidate it to that Walmart site. I'm sorry, you're about to ask me a question.
Yeah, those that do have water, how would you recommend how they can help people that don't have water?
Well, just off the cuff, if somebody, well, when you say don't have water, well, at this point, yeah, at this point, all of our customers should have water.
Right, like those that are not able to consume their water, how would you recommend?
So that boil water alert applies to them as well. So you can consume that water if you boil it. Yes.
Can you explain what goes into assessing the water's back on, but at what point it becomes clean enough to drink? Is there
Okay.
some kind of allowance for clearing out the pipes, or what's that lapse right there?
So what we do is immediately when we start restoring water to the system, there's a sequence of events. At the same time that we're restoring that water, we also flush. We flush the system to get, if there's discolored water, if there's debris of some kind, we flush. And then at some point when the system is charged, we start testing. We draw samples for testing. And then as water is coming back into the system, you got more chlorine in the system because when that leak has happened, some water is sitting in the water lines, and especially when you've got a leak this size. And so we start sampling and testing, flushing, sampling, testing. And so when it gets to the point when the test results meet ADEM, Alabama Department of Environmental Management regulations, and then that is when we can lift the boil water alert.
So the water's back on, it just may not be clean yet.
Water's back on, we have to test it to make sure that we can say it's safe to drink.
And you expect that to happen tomorrow?
Well, within 24 to 36 hours, yes, would be tomorrow or late, hopefully tomorrow. But we'll see. Unless something happens.
Water distribution's going on right now out at Adamsville?
Yes, water distribution we'll have that up until 7 p.m. today, and tomorrow we'll start at 8 in the morning, and we'll go until depends on if we're able to lift the boil water alert. If we don't, we'll continue to provide water to our citizens.
Was there any single traumatic event that contributed to the breakage, or was it simply aging of the system?
Well, we have over 4,000 miles of pipe. We have breaks from time to time. We have pipe breaks on larger pipe, and it just happens. And our job is to respond to those.
Any other questions? Thank y'all.
Okay. Thank you all.
So just out of curiosity, when we see the water that's kind of coming out of the hydrant, that's flushing, is that right?
That is flushing. Yes.